So guys, let's talk about Elastic Beanstalk again, right? So what is Elastic Beanstalk? Right, we would have heard about many managed services, right? अगर हम बात करते हैं मैनेज्ड सर्विसेज की, अगर आपको कभी भी सुनाई देता है कि व्हाट इज़ मैनेज्ड सर्विसेज, राइट? मैनेज्ड सर्विसेज हमेशा वो सर्विसेज होती हैं जहां पर यू जस्ट हैव टू डिप्लॉय योर सर्विसेज और क्लाउड प्रोवाइडर विल टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीथिंग, right? He will manage your instances, patching, from your upgradation, right? Or you can say uh, application upgradation, everything he'll be looking into that, right? You don't have to do anything. So that's what called the managed services, right? So we're gonna talk about the one AWS managed services, which is called Elastic Beanstalk, right? So what is Elastic Beanstalk? Elastic Beanstalk is the kind of managed services where, right, where you can, or your organization can focus on, you can say, the development, or on their business focus, right? Instead of bothering about infrastructure, provisioning things, everything. You don't here if you use the Beanstalk, you don't have to think about anything. You just have to work on your business logics, right? What exactly needed, how we can improve the things, so on and so forth, right? You can, if you have code, you can put your code, you can deploy here. If you have your application itself in the form of WAR or EAR, you can deploy that too as well, right? So which even we have discussed in the last session, right? So let's go ahead and create one environment and see here itself, right? So the first, it says select an environment tier, right? What kind of environment tier you need? Here we have two tiers, right? The first tier is web server environment, where it says run a website, web application, or web API that serves HTTP request. The second one is worker environment, run worker application that processes long running workloads on demand, performs task on a schedule, right? If you are going to do some, if you have like long running workloads, or you have some perform task on some scheduled time, right, then you can use this worker environments here, right? So first let's go with the web server environment and click on select here, right? Give the application name here. Let's say I will call it AWS, or just give it any project name. Let's say I call it AWS deployment, anything, right? If you want to give any tag to this name also, you can go ahead and give it, so we do not need to specify the tag. Now next, if you see here, environment name, what will be your environment name, right? These cannot be changed later, remember this too. If you want to change it now, you can do it. This is just adding an environment name here. If you have any domain registered with you, you can go ahead and give your domain name here, right? Or you can also check the availability from here, right? If you want to take any domain name with the Elastic Beanstalk, this extension, you can take it. Right now we are not going to map any domain name with this, right? So just come down now. The second is platform, right? The platform is managed platform itself. When we say managed platform, platform publisher and maintained by the AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So this will be completely managed by the AWS Elastic Beanstalk. You don't have to do anything. We are not getting option to customize it. It may be like if you have corporate account, then we'll get that, right? Here platform created and owned by you, right? Platform and everything will be provisioned automatically, but here you will get option to maintain it. The next is what kind of platform you need, right? Here you can come and you can choose the platform, right? What kind of platform you are looking for. You need Docker, Glasspace, Go, Java, Node.js, whatever the Python, Ruby, Tomcat. So whatever it is, whatever you need, you go ahead and select it. Let's say we're going to take the Tomcat here, right? It says that you can select the different Tomcat versions from here: 8.5, Carrot 2, 11, running 64-bit Amazon Linux 2. If you want to change anything from here, you can go it here. You can see some deprecated versions are also there, right? So you can select, let's say we're gonna go with the supported version at this moment, and recommended version is 4.0.0, which is by default given by the Amazon. I think last time I did not see it, right, where I deployed it. I think I selected Java maybe that time. Okay, so let's go ahead and select the Tomcat and go with this default version. Now first it says sample application. Do you have sample application? Get started right away with the sample application, right? If you have existing application, you can go ahead and choose it here from here, right? So let's click on upload your application. If your application is in S3, so give the URL of S3 here, right, and version label here. So we are going to take it from local. I think we downloaded that too also that day. Let's choose the sample.war, right? In the same, whatever the code you have, just select that. You can see file has been successfully uploaded here, right? The version label will be this. If you want to make changes right now, you can do it, otherwise you can leave it default. If you want to tag it, application code tags, you can do it, otherwise you can leave it. So click on create. Now this is going to do each and everything for you. You don't have to do anything. This is going to provision your infrastructure, your load balancer. So first it is creating one Amazon S3 storage bucket for environment data, where it is going to put your data. So this is the East 184, right? This is creating environment now. So this is just starting environment now. So this will do each and everything for you. Even next time you're updating it, you are changing your application, that you just have to update your applications. It will do the things for you automatically. So this is now create environment is starting. So now it's loading each and everything. Now you see your application has been successfully deployed. It says the health is okay. Running application version is this, and the platform is the Apache Tomcat with this version, right? If you come down, guys, you'll be able to see each and everything. Logs here, waiting for a EC2 instance to launch. This may take few minutes. Application available at this, right? Successfully launched environment, added instance this, environment transition from pending to okay, initializing completed, right? Now I can see it has deployed everything successfully. So let's go ahead and see if the instance also. So let's go to EC2. Go to running instance. Right, you see now the instance is up and running with this tag, right, which is the deployment tag we have given, right? So now you can see this has been successfully deployed, and you can see one LB has been automatically created, right, which we can use here. So just click on this LB URL and see if your application is running. So you can see your application has been successfully deployed, right? In the same way, if you want to upload and deploy new war, next time there are some updates in your application, right? If you like to update it, so just go ahead here, just choose the version and give the label version, and you deploy that application, right? So this is like where you are focusing in your development or in your business logic, and here the AWS helping you to manage everything for you, right? You don't have to install anything, you don't have to manage anything. Now you're all done with these things, right? And if you want to see a couple of things, right, if you go to the app deployment here, you can see application app deployment environment, right? The name of the environment is this, and the health is okay. This was the time when it was created. This was the last modified time, right? This is the URL, This is the running version of your application now. This is the platform which has been created. Platform state is supported, right? It is supported by you can say Amazon itself, and this is the web server. I mean web server tier, right? We have a 2 tier. Sometime if anybody asks you, then you should be familiar with this. You know how many tiers we have in the Elastic Beanstalk. Now the similar thing you can get it from here itself, right? Application version, AWS app deployment source, right? This is the source which we have deployed. So it has given one 2010 16.50 co hyphen sample.word to this, right? If you can start, stop and delete it from here itself. If you want, go ahead and select the action, delete, deploy, manage tags. You can go to the setting, lifecycle policies you can enable here also. Like if you want to move the data or this application to after a couple of days, you can make that too. You can upload the war from here again. Yeah, if you want to redeploy it, some changes in the application, you can quickly go from here and deploy that. In the saved configuration section at this moment you don't see anything, right? So let's go to recent environment. So this is the recent environment that we have, right? Again, in action tab you can see load configuration, save configuration, swap environment URL, right? If you want to swap it, you don't have anything at this moment. You need at least 2 web tier environment in the ready state to complete this operation, so that we don't have. Alright, so if you want to restart web apps, right, rebuild environment and terminate environments, so everything you can do it from here, right? So if you want to clone the environment, even you can clone it from here if you need 2 environments, right? Rest of things would remain same here. Even you can go to the monitoring section here, right? Each and everything is being monitored. This is the CPU utilization which is going on at this moment, and this is the max network in, max network out at this moment, right? And you can see each and everything from here. You can see the environment health, CPU utilization, network in, network out, right? You can set the alarms also if you want. You do not define any alarm at this moment, so you can go to monitoring dashboard and set the alarms for you, right? Manage updates, no update at this moment. So you will see all the events here which is basically occurring inside this Elastic Beanstalk, right? Whatever we have done so far, all the events would be visible here. So that's we can get it from here itself. But anyhow, anytime, if you do not need this environment, just go ahead, terminate the environment, right, and give the name, right, paste it here, right? So in the same way,
Papa.
Silent baby.
Papa. Mama.
Sorry guys, right? Now in the same way, this is now getting down, right? It's in the same way, right? We talk about web server environment, right? Here you have so many applications available, right, in your platform, right? You have to choose which platform you are going. If you are going with the Node.js, right, you can choose the sample application. You can upload your code also if your developers has the source code, so you can deploy here everything, so you do not need to worry about anything. So if you can just download the code if you want to test with these all the tags also with Node.js, right, with Docker, with Go, Java, whatever it is, so you go ahead and do it, right? In the same way, right, we did it for web services. Go back, right? We did it for web services. You can do it for the workers environment also, right? But it will need, if you have some heavy workloads and you want to do some schedule things, you can go ahead and do it. So even if you go here, you see the platforms, right? You'll get all the same platforms here, right? So go through these things. If you face any issues, do let me know.